Hey, BCA9, how are you? I wanted to create another video regarding a second writing assignment. I had to think about the word for a second. For our module on bullying and how it impacts and affects one's mental health. So, this short answer response, very similar to the last one, which was the physical effects of bullying documentary. This one focuses on the psychological effects of bullying, that documentary that you saw the week before. And this is the week of April 20th, 2020. So let me go over this um, assignment for you, just so that you are making sure that you're a self-starter. You are answering some pre-task questions so you know what the assignment entails. So first, the task, you've already watched the short documentary. You analyze each chapter, and that gave you insight into how the psychological harm of bullying impacts a person's wellness, their well-being, their quality of life, and how that could translate into adulthood, especially when someone was bullied as a child, as a teenager, so on and so forth. So use your frame, and that's the focus note-taking sheet. That was a Google Cloud submission that you've already submitted. And then if you need to go back to the documentary, you are able to do that. The only materials that you need, along with your focus note-taking sheet, slides 10 through 14 from the Bullying and Mental Health Google slideshow. Just focus on those slides if you need to. The standard that's being addressed is literacy RL.1, which we've used in the last short answer writing response. Cite strong and thorough textual evidence to support analysis of what the text says explicitly, as well as inferences drawn from the text. So you're choosing one of the following writing prompts. The first choice: why is punishment not going to really solve the issue of someone bullying another person? Or identify three main ideas that would help someone who is bullied, then choose one idea and explain how it can impact the healing process for someone who is bullied. All right. So again, go back to your notes. You should certainly, I should say, incorporate that into your short answer writing response. All right. As a quick recap, you're going to be writing your response on page 2, as you just saw right there. But I'd like to focus on the evidence and the elaboration, because that's really the standard being addressed here. You're obviously paraphrasing the evidence in your own words, of course, that connects with the prompt you chose. So please keep that in mind. Is that the best piece of evidence? Is it really strong? Okay. You should be asking yourself that. And then going to the elaboration, your analysis, right? Got a couple arrows there. If you click here, that document of elaboration questions and sentence frames will help shape your analysis. But I added this, and I'm going to read it for you. You do not have to incorporate all of these questions into your analysis. And I'm saying that because some of you did that with the last short answer response. And some of you crafted it pretty well by doing that, but others, it sounded a little, how can I put it? A little jarring. It didn't quite connect as best as it could have if you were just focusing on one particular question and how to analyze that piece of evidence. Okay, so in order to become that critical thinker, in this case, just focus on one elaboration type question and then really go in depth into your analysis. Now, if you feel that your level of writing is beyond proficient and in the above and beyond section of thinking, then maybe you definitely can weave in more than one question in your analysis. And again, that definition of analysis is an in-depth, thoughtful, and thorough examination into something carefully in a detailed way. Okie dokie. The rubric, it's the same as the last S.A.R. Okay, so please make sure that you read the language for an A5 all the way down to an MIS. Okay. If you're getting a B3, I will make this comment. Okay, you've identified supporting evidence. It may not be the strongest, but you have it, and your analysis is rather weak. Maybe it's more of like a summarization or just merely an explanation. So it's really not analysis focused. So if that's the case, then you're looking at a B3. And then if you're getting below that, you're not identifying supportive textual evidence from this text, this documentary. The analysis is lacking. Maybe you replace it with a summarization, and then even below that, you just don't have any understanding or very little understanding of identifying supporting text, and then the analysis is just absent. Okay, so writing is a process, and so is critical thinking. So make sure that you are really focusing on your analysis and trying to do better. Okay. And the second page, I actually included the prompts here. So you either, if you choose the first question or prompt, I should say, which is in the form of a question, why is punishment, blah, 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 you will use this table. Or if you chose the second prompt, identify three main ideas, you would list them here. You would choose one and then bring evidence that will support it, and then your analysis. Pretty much the same thing above. Okie dokie. And you'll see that this short answer response writing assignment is due Monday, April 27th by midnight on Canvas. So there you go, folks. If you have a question, please text me or send me an email. All right. Happy thinking, happy writing.